So I want to show you what happens behind the drywall. So this project is currently in the middle of the renovation, so we can see what goes on kind of behind the scenes. This is where we are adding a window. So the contractor had to frame out for this. So you can see a header that's for support. And then on either side of the window are 2x4 studs. And they double them up for extra support because there's an opening here. So contractors typically call this a king and a jack. Then this is where the sill is going to end up being. And then below is more support. And you can see that all the studs run down to the sill plate, which meets the floor, or the subfloor, I should say. And studs are generally, in residential situations, 16 inches on center. The other thing to note here is they have the rough-in electrical done. So up here, they have the electrical for a sconce that's going to hang above the window. And then on each side is an outlet. And they have this lumber in between to make sure that these are equally spaced on either side of the window. We like things to be centered. And then over here, you can see that there's a 3-gang of 3 switches here. And one thing to keep in mind is sometimes there are spaces like a kitchen or a media room where there are like 5 or 6 switches, and sometimes it doesn't fit in between the 2 studs. So when that happens, sometimes you have to change up the switching a bit or get creative. So this is what typically happens behind the drywall when they are framing for a new window.